Okay. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Vinny the Axe. Today we got an unboxing of the James Tyler guitar that just came out. This is the overseas build, and been eagerly waiting for one of these. So let's see what we got. I'm super excited about this. These things are supposed to be made like really, really well, so we shall see. Okay, so no foam or anything. It's just straight in the box. This case looks cool. All right, we're gonna put that box over here. This looks promising already. So let's get it on the chair over here and see how it looks. Let's see here. Make sure that's balanced. All right, I'm gonna grab the camera. We're gonna do the unlatching together. See you in a second. Okay, here we have the case. And I haven't opened it yet. Just waiting for you guys. So this does look really, really nice. One of the better cases I've seen design-wise. All right, so let's start left latch first. And you're gonna see this the same time I'm gonna see it. All right, I'm gonna grab it from this middle latch. Hopefully it's balanced on here. All right, here we go. Whoa. Wow, look at that. This is a pearl white. Look at that. Holy crap, this thing looks really good. If it plays as good as it looks, man, I'm gonna be in for a surprise. Wow. Unbelievable. They even put the fret protector on here. That's a nice touch. Plastic too. That's some cardboard garbage. Pull that off. Nice. Really nice. Plastic on the pickups. All right, I want to grab it and flip it over, but it's on a stool here and it's not balanced properly, so I'm going to probably show you the rest of this when we do the demo. Anyway, this thing looks awesome. So I'll pause the video here and then we'll take a better look at it and hear how she sounds. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Vinny the Axe. Today I want to talk about the JTG, James Tyler Guitar, import series that they announced at NAMM 2025. So these are built in China, and I was intrigued when they announced this, and they go for MSRP of $17.99, and I wanted to see, what they're putting out for that kind of money. They're saying that it's supposed to be top-notch and it's supposed to have the good quality of James Tyler stuff. So now, full disclosure, I've never owned a James Tyler USA guitar. They run anywhere between, looks like, $7,000 and up, and that's out of my league. 1, 2, it's just out of my league. I can't afford that. Anyway, so I was able to grab one of these that just got released, and I wanted to go over it today with you. So I have a card that came with it, so this way I can read it right off the charts that kind of tell you what's on here. So this is a 2-piece alder body. It's obviously top routed. It's white pearl metallic is the color, so it's hard to video because it kind of picks up whatever colors are around it. It reminds me of a pearl white like Caddy. If you look at one of the new Cadillacs, it's kind of like that. It's got the matching headstock and the logo. The difference between the import and the USA model, as you see, it has the big JTG on the headstock, so you can differentiate it. Let's see, logo is black, it says. So the neck pickup is a JTG 2550 in the neck and the middle position, and then there's a JTG Super H in the bridge. What that means to me is nothing, because I've never owned any James Tyler stuff, so this is like a shot in the dark here, getting this thing. White on black pearl pickguard. Obviously it's an HSS configuration, we could see that. The volume is a 500K pot. The tone is a 250. Also, it says that the neck is made out of Canadian hard maple, Indian rosewood fingerboard. It's a compound radius 10 to 14. And it says a standard thin C-shaped neck at 42 millimeters at the nut. So now, don't be confused here. When it says standard thin C, it is not a thin neck, meaning thickness-wise. It's probably, I'm guessing they're meaning the nut width, because I'll tell you what, it's got a nice rounded C shape on here. This is not like Ibanez thin at all, or War Moth thin. This is a kind of a thicker rounded C shape. I would say more like maybe like a Gibson-y kind of, without the nut width, of course, like a rounded kind of 60s kind of neck, in my opinion. It's not super thin, so just keep that in mind if you're looking at getting one. It's got white mother of pearl dots. It has Lumilé side dots on it, side markers. Jaskar nickel FW 51100 frets. Gold hardware. And the bridge is a JTG YS79 in GD for gold. The tuners are also branded. They're locking tuners, and you can see them here. They work. Here's the back. I didn't get this chance to video the back, but you can see it has a sculpted heel on the back. It's got the plate, 9-volt battery compartment for the active mid-boost system. And yeah, pretty cool. So a couple of things. So some negatives about it right out of the gate is that it played terrible out of the gate for me personally. And I started playing it, and literally my fingertips were like getting black, like oxidation on them. I think the strings were just really old. I don't know, when in these factories, I think the strings are in bulk boxes, and who knows how old the strings are. They were just completely oxidized. They were D'Addario, they were 10s, but they just, it was just nasty. It was like, it was, to me, not playable. So I had to strip them off. So you'll see in the beginning of the video, I had done like an overshot of the guitar actually on the workbench because I couldn't play it the way it was. So I put a set of 9s on there. It doesn't matter what brand, because that's personal, taste. There's String Joy 9s that I put on there, but I've used GHS and Ernie Bowles and Elixirs and D'Addario, and you know, I go through phases and stuff, but right now there's string joy 9s on here. I like them. I think the windings are nice and smooth in comparison to the D'Addario winds, but that's just me. Anyway, I was wondering if that black residue was coming off the rosewood board, and I cleaned the board, I moisturized it, it was dry, and I don't think it was from that. I think it was the oxidation off the strings itself. So there's a couple of little anomalies in the rosewood, like a couple of spots, one on the 3rd fret above it and below it, and I don't know if it's just something in the rosewood, which I don't think it is. I think it's maybe some squeeze out from maybe the glue when they put the frets in. I'm not really sure. It doesn't affect the playability or nothing. It's just, and it's hard to even see. I don't even know if you could see it in the 3rd fret above and below. There's a couple of little weird spots. But the fret edges are done really well. It does have the rolled fretboard edges, just like the American ones, is from what I've seen on videos. Like, is it exactly identical to how they do the American one? I don't know. But the edges are rolled, so it has almost like a scalloped kind of look. And I think you could probably pick it up in the intro of the video where it is kind of scalloped. So the truss rod is down below at the heel, and they give you a small cutoff like Allen key to get down in there so it fits inside the pick guard without scratching anything, and you're able to make the adjustments. So what I did was I changed had 4 springs in it. They give you a 5th. I changed it to 3 springs, 9 gauge, and got it floating. And I will say this though, as far as setup out of the box, minus the strings, is that it was set up at 3/64 from the 12th fret, which is how I set up mine. And the truss rod was set appropriately, and the bridge angle was set really good too. It had just a slight forward cant, so you could do trim chatters and everything. It played great. So no dig against James Tyler stuff. You know, the strings it is what it is. I was going to change them anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you happen to get one and you're not happy with the way it's playing, you know, get it set up and get the strings changed first before you make your decision. I was so excited, I just busted it out and started playing. I was like, oh, I'm not digging this. Let me get it in the garage, and then we'll go from there. I tried using the active mid-boost thing. Not really, like I said, familiar with this. I used it. I tried it on the recording, and the problem is that when I push it in, it gives it a little bit of a boost jump. So it was messing up my recording levels. So I just left it alone. I did the intro with the bridge, and then I slapped it up into the second part of that little tune. I slapped it up into the neck so you could hear that as well. The pickups sound really good. So apparently James Tyler worked with the factory to try to make these like a very close copy of their USA ones. Again, I have no frame of reference. I've never owned one before, so it's kind of hard to kind of say anything about that. The neck has a little bit of a flame in it, which is kind of cool. And I like the way it looks. I have to say, I think it's really good. The paint looks good. Everything looks really good on it. I don't know how the gold's going to hold up. The gold is very, very gold. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes some of this gold hardware like tarnishes really fast, or gets chips off or flakes or whatever. I don't know. Well, only time will tell, you know. And the way I hold on the guitars, they don't get a chance to age anyway. So, but we'll see how long I keep this guy. Seems to sound pretty good. It definitely has this like high definition kind of, or high fidelity kind of sound in comparison to my other guitars that have more of like a vintagey kind of vibe going on, or tone. So. So far, pleased with it. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple of hours before I did this video, so hopefully you get something out of this video if you're interested in one of these. Do me a favor, please like and subscribe. It definitely does help out the channel. It tells the algorithm or the mystical forces of YouTube to send my videos out to other people that might be interested, or whatever the case. Still haven't unlocked the secrets of all that, but I could really use your help with your subscription and thumbs up and like button, bell icon, whatever the hell. And if you know more about this guitar, or you have one, or you were able to get one like I did, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you've owned a USA one, and there's vast differences that I can't see, because like I said, I have no frame of reference, put in the comments below. Love to chat about it. Anyway, thanks for stopping in and checking out Vinny the Axe. I'll see you soon. Take it easy.